As soon as I got back from my Cabo trip, I had to celebrate my Aji's 80th birthday, you guys. We decided to take her to Oklahoma because it's a midway point for my uncle to pick her up, and I do manage a few properties out there, so this was the perfect option to be able to see both those things. Here we go. As soon as I got back from my Cabo trip, I had 1 day break and then off we went to Broken Bow, Oklahoma to celebrate my Aji's 80th birthday, you guys. Doesn't she look amazing for 80? Man, I only wish I can look that good right now. Anyways, we decided to take her to Oklahoma because it's a midway point for my uncle to pick her up, and I do manage a few properties out there, so this was the perfect option to be able to see both those things. We started off our morning by piling everybody in the car. Taking family or road trips with my parents and my Aji is my very favorite thing to do. I couldn't take my husband Matt with me this time. He was watching our pretty kitty little Momo, and he also had a bunch of work stuff, so we left him at home and then off we went. We started off very first thing by going to Collins Street Bakery, which is on the way to Dallas. So if you guys have ever taken the route from Austin to Dallas, there's no way you've missed Collins Street Bakery. We got ourselves a little coffee, a little cookie, and Grandma really liked the aesthetic. I made sure to pick up a small fruitcake here because I wanted to celebrate her birthday by putting a little candle in there. She also really likes Tutti Frutti, which if you're not from India, you know that's super popular, but it's also pretty popular here in the States. Once we got to Dallas, I knew we had to stop by one of our favorite Indian restaurants, which is Sanka. I generally think this restaurant is one of the best foods I've had. The taste is really good. I was craving a dosa because I just gone back from my Cabo trip and I haven't had Indian food in so long, guys. I missed it so much. I went a little overboard with what I ordered, but everything was incredibly delicious. We started off with pani puri, and I love the presentation of this. It was a little bit like chewing shots of pani puri, and they had the green water. Green water was actually a little bit spicy, guys. I really enjoyed it. And then we also got these corn deep fried bundi essentially, and that was really good too. I did order a lime soda and it came out way better than I expected. As I've mentioned before, I really do like this restaurant. My dad ended up getting saag paneer with some roti. That was really good too. I will be honest, saag paneer is not my personal favorite. It has never been, but it was really good. Aji got a rava dosa, which is again an Indian crepe that's super delicious. And then mom got kind of like an appetizer thing where she had idli, vada, and dosa. We also ended up getting this faluda. Now for you guys who don't know what faluda is, it's an Indian dessert, and I got a tutti frutti one, I'm pretty sure. And it's a really popular summer drink, especially when it's so hot outside. Once we had our entire feast, and guys, we also picked up a whole bunch of other food that we were going to eat in Broken Bow. My family really likes Indian food, and there's no Indian restaurants anywhere in Broken Bow, so we made sure to pack some extras here as well. And then we got back into the car, and then off we went. Now, every 2 hours, my family has got to stop by a Starbucks, and this was the last Starbucks before we hit Broken Bow. Broken Bow doesn't have a Starbucks either, but no worries. I like to make sure all of my properties have an espresso maker in them, which means I can have an espresso anytime I want, and I don't need Starbucks. Crossing over state lines is really fun, and guys, if you don't know this, it takes forever to get out of Texas. And then once you're out of Texas, it literally takes less than 30 minutes to get to Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Gotta love Texas. We checked into this beautiful cabin. It is one of the cabins that I manage. And I also manage the cabin next door, so I made sure to check both of them. The cabin I have next door is booked apparently, so I couldn't have my family stay there. But this little 2-bedroom with a loft, it has a pool table, and it had 3 bathrooms. It was perfect for our little family of 5. It is also located on the river, which was perfect. And Aji really liked this. I think she really enjoyed being out in nature and enjoying all of that, whereas I really enjoy being indoors. As you can see here, my whole family sat outside, enjoying the water flow by and then having insanely fun conversations. For dinner that night, we had to start opening up some of the Indian food we got from Sankalp. We actually went with an Indo-Chinese menu on this. So we got Hakka noodles, we got gobi Manchurian, and then also got a fried rice. I also ordered a garlic naan, which I know doesn't go with any of this combo, but it's my favorite, so I went ahead and got that and dipped it in raita. Since this is my Aji's actual birthday, I went ahead and opened up the fruitcake that I got for her, put a little candle. We were waiting on my uncle who's coming in tomorrow, so we will get a different, like a real birthday cake for her tomorrow. I will say she'll really like this. Day 2. I started off the day by working. I had a bunch of emails I absolutely had to get through. And then mom surprised us by making us a from scratch Indian dinner. Now, growing up, every Friday, we would have this potato veggie, this dal, and chapatis. And chapati is basically an Indian whole wheat bread, and my mom makes them from scratch. This one specifically we got from Sankalp, but my mom usually makes them at home. I don't know where my mom found the dal to actually make this, but everything smelled amazing and it was so good. Sitting by the river and having a traditional Indian food, guys, is life goals. Highly recommend. Now, if you guys are enjoying my content and would like to see more about my American Indian life and how we travel, be sure to hit the subscribe button below. And if you guys don't mind leaving me a comment and telling me what else you would like to see, I would love to be able to share a lot more of my life with you guys. So once we got done with this, I actually went to take a nap because the food was insanely good and I love taking after naps. By this time, my uncle got here and then we got the party started. For Aji's 80th birthday, we actually went ahead and got her this really nice cake, and we made sure to write 80, and Aji insisted that she wanted to wear a sari for this. Look how beautiful her sari is, guys. She wore a blue and pink one and looks absolutely stunning, and everyone else actually ended up matching her with the blue, so that was really fun. We did FaceTime our family from India, and then we also FaceTime my husband Matt for her birthday, and we all sang her happy birthday. It's really important to my grandma that all 3 of her kids be present for her birthday, and it was really fun to make sure that that actually happened for her. All of the leftovers, tossed it onto this huge counter, and everybody just had a feast. I did have some paneer tikka, dal, again another round of garlic naan. Day 3, we're actually getting ready to leave Oklahoma today. This was a short trip for us, but mom made sure we had my absolute favorite this morning. We actually had idli, vada, and sambar. So idli are Indian rice cakes, and vada is a deep fried sort of Indian savory donut hole, and then mom made some coffee as well. This was one of the best trips we've had. It was quick, it was fun, we saw everyone, and Aji actually ended up going off with Nourish Mama to his place. We actually drove back and we stopped again at the Starbucks that we saw in the first row. My parents absolutely love Starbucks, if you guys could not tell. And then coming back here, we actually stopped at Vrindavan in Dallas, which we ordered a thali. Now, I do have another video I made, and I'll link it below over here once it's uploaded, where I take my American husband Matt to eat a thali as well. And we really enjoy eating this, especially in an all-vegetarian restaurant. Once we got back into town, Matt insisted he had to come see the entire family, and we ended up at the San Marcos outlet malls looking at couches in the Wayfair outlet malls. Completely random, yes, super fun, absolutely. We ended up going out to dinner at this hibachi place called Bonsai. It's one of my favorite places to have dinner. Overall, this was an incredible trip. If you guys are enjoying seeing this, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I am going to link it and add the link to my next video where I am hitting the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. Guys, you have to see this. See y'all next time.